Welcome to Myth Busting the Mortgage with Catherine Lockett, the realtor, and Ariel Best, the lender. So Ariel, do you need a 700 credit score to buy a home?
You actually don't need to have perfect credit to buy a home. You can have as low as a 580 credit score with Homestar Financial Corporation. It'll always depend on the lender. What is on your credit can be more impactful than what your score actually is. Definitely talk to your lender about your credit report before you start working on it on your own, attempting to fix anything wrong with it. It may do more harm than good if you don't know what you're actually trying to dispute or what you're actually trying to accomplish with your score.
Okay, that's a great answer. So now let's ask this question. Do you need a lot of money to buy a home?
I mean, it would be great, but not everybody does. It's hard when you have kids or if you have a family, even just being single adults. It's really hard to set aside $20,000 to buy a house. Right now, the most popular purchase program is the FHA loan, which is a 3.5% down payment. You should always factor in at least 2% in closing costs that you'll have to pay as well, which can be normally around $4,000 to $6,000 in addition to the 3.5%.
Okay.
However, there is a lot of different down payment assistance programs and grants that range from $5,000 to $20,000. There's also loan programs that don't require a down payment at all, so all you would be responsible for then would be the $4,000 to $6,000, which can be a lot more tangible for somebody that's been trying to save.
Okay.
Some of those programs, the first one that we specialize in would be the USDA loan. That one is going to require no down payment, so that's one where you only have to pay your closing costs. Even then, we can see about other ways of getting that paid for. You can partner that with a down payment assistance program sometimes. Always speak to your lender to find out what options you may have, where the best options for no down payment or down payment assistance can come from.
Okay.
The USDA loan is based on area, not on the borrower most of the time, so if the house has to be eligible first.
Okay.
So you get pre-approved. Now what?
So that's a great question, right? That's the question everybody wants to know. I have a letter. Okay, so while there are a lot of various down payment assistance programs that are available, there is a need to have funds ready in advance, right? Because you have to cover things like the appraisal and the inspection. So whenever you're purchasing a home, you need to be prepared to give earnest money and due diligence. You also need to be prepared to pay for the inspection, like I mentioned earlier. And so on average, those costs range around $500 each. And so I'll do a different video explaining the due diligence and the earnest money. So these depend on what your realtor negotiates for you, those costs, right? So it's not a set price for what your earnest money and your due diligence are. However, the more you offer, the stronger the likelihood that you'll get approved for that particular purchase. And like I said earlier, I'll do another video that'll explain due diligence and earnest money later.
Gotcha. Okay.
So here's another question for you, Ariel. Being pre-approved versus being pre-qualified, what's the difference?
Being pre-approved means that you have had your entire loan application and all billing documents reviewed by your loan officer. They've taken all of that information and they've given it to an underwriter. That means you're all the way approved except for finding the house.
Okay.
That process can take up to a week from the time that you turn in all of the documents your loan officer requested. Once you've been pre-approved, it means based on the information you've given, you're approved to find a home in the amount you're approved for, up to the amount that you're approved for. So it's go find a house, find an appraisal, pay for the appraisal, homeowner's insurance, closing money.
Okay.
Being pre-qualified means a loan officer has looked over everything, but he or she has not submitted your file through the underwriting process. It's similar to if you bet on a horse that hasn't won the race yet. Something could come back from underwriting after you may go under contract, and you may not get approved for the loan, and losing your earnest money, losing your due diligence, and funds you paid out for your inspection and appraisal, so 500 times 4, you've just immediately lost $2,000, and that's a lot of money for a lot of people to lose. It's always best to ask whether or not your loan officer is going to have your file underwritten prior to them giving you the letter, because you want them to do that. It takes a couple extra days, but it is so worth not losing any money.
Okay, I think that'll be really great information for everybody. So
we all pre-underwrite everything. You're not getting a letter till I underwrite your file.
That's so awesome. Yo, Ariel. Okay, so once you're pre-approved, you can change your job or you can buy a car before you close, right? This is something that everybody talks about doing. That's not the case, right?
Oh God, long story short, it involves anything that was on your loan application. Job, income, credit issues, savings, bank statements, anything. Your kids' names, your kids' ages, I don't care what it is, I don't care. do not do anything without speaking to your loan officer and your realtor first. Period. And the chances are they're going to tell you not to do whatever it is you're thinking of doing. A job change mid-home buying can be a huge red flag, not just for your income, but for job stability. Job stability is huge. You have to have job stability. Just as much as running your credit prior to closing on your new home or depositing any cash, mattress money, a lot of people have, don't put in your 30-day notice until your loan officer says it's okay to do so at your apartment complex. Don't co-sign for anybody. Don't sell your couch to deposit the cash without talking to your realtor and loan officer first. It will feel like you were on a very tight leash for a few weeks, but your real estate team is working very hard and looking out for your best interest to get you to the closing table with the keys to your new home in your hand.
Right. So we covered 5 really important things in a really short period of time. So we just want to say thank you for watching, and please contact myself, Catherine Lockett, or Ariel Best to start your home buying process. You can reach me at area code 251-643-3382, and you can reach Ariel
at 704-956-6477.
And please contact us if you have any other questions. Thank you.
Thanks.
Like, share, comment.